Hello students, I am Sachitrakar. Welcome to Cars Physics. This is my lecture 4 on electric potential and we are continuing chapter number 2, electric potential and capacitance. Okay. In this subject, in electric potential, in previous lectures, we have discussed about qualitative idea on electric potential and quantitatively we have gone through the expression for electric potential due to a point charge and also expression for potential difference between any 2 points in an electric field. Okay. In this lecture, we will discuss some electric potential due to a dipole. Okay. Potential due to an electric dipole. Okay. Electric dipole. In chapter 1 means in electric charge and electric field, we have discussed briefly on electric dipole. Okay. And also we have found expression for electric field intensity due to an electric dipole on axial line and an equatorial line and also at any position. Okay. So first let's recall about electric dipole. What's an electric dipole? Electric dipole consists of two charges of equal magnitude but opposite in nature. Okay. Two charges, plus Q and minus Q. Okay. Two charges have equal magnitude Q and Q but opposite in nature. Let's consider this is a point charge minus Q, this is a point charge plus Q. Okay. Separated by a small distance. Okay. Electric dipole consists of two equal and opposite charges separated by small distance. We have taken this distance is 12. Okay. And as we have discussed, the straight line joining the charges, the straight line joining the charges is axial line or axis of dipole. See, this is the center of the dipole, O. Let this point is A, this point is B. Then OA is L, OB is L. This is center point of the line joining the two charges. Okay. This is perpendicular bisector. This is perpendicular bisector. Okay. This line is equatorial line. Equatorial line. Okay. This is center of the dipole. Okay. We have found expression for electric field intensity at any point on axial line and any point on equatorial line, also at any position. Means this position is neither on axial line nor on equatorial line. Okay. So electric dipole consists of two equal and opposite charges separated by a very small distance or small distance. Electric dipole moment is product of magnitude of one of the charge and distance between two equal and opposite charges. Electric dipole moment is a vector quantity. We may take 2L vector. Means electric dipole moment is expressed in vector form, or you may express like this, Q into 2L into an unit vector showing the direction of dipole moment. Electric dipole moment is directed. Electric dipole moment is directed from minus Q to plus Q. This is direction of electric dipole moment. Okay. Direction of electric dipole moment is from minus Q to plus Q. So it's a vector quantity. Okay. We have discussed all this. Now we'll find potential due to an electric dipole. Okay. The first case, electric potential due to an electric dipole, number one, on the axis of dipole, or on the axial line, any point on the axis of dipole or any point on axial line of the dipole, the same thing. Okay. Let's consider this is an electric dipole. Okay. Minus q. This is plus q. An electric dipole. This is minus q and this is plus q. This is the axial line which joins the two equal and opposite charges. Let length of dipole is 2L. Okay. This is center of the dipole. This point is O. Let this point is A. This point is B. So obviously, since this is midpoint of the line joining the two equal opposite charges, so OA is L and OB is L. So we will find potential due to an electric dipole on the axis of dipole. This is axial line or axis of the dipole. Let's consider any point, let X, on the axial line of electric dipole. Okay. So the point X where we have to find electric potential, let point X is at a distance R from the center of the dipole. Center of the dipole is O. Point X is at a distance R from the center of the dipole. So obviously, see, distance of X from plus Q. Distance of X from plus Q is Bx. That's equals to Bx. Bx is distance of X from plus Q. This is the distance. Obviously, this distance is R minus L. From the center of the dipole, 2 point X is R, and from O to B is L. So resulting distance is R minus L, means Bx is R minus L. Similarly, distance of X from minus Q. Distance of X from minus Q, see, minus Q is at point A. These are 2 point charges and distance is Ax. So obviously, Ax is equal to this is R and this is L. So Ax is R plus L. This is L and this is R. Total distance from A to X is R plus L, R plus L. Okay. We have to find the electric potential at point X, which is situated on the axis of dipole. Okay. Where we have to find electric potential, we have to find electric potential at point X. See, minus Q and plus Q. This is also the case of distribution of charge. These are 2 point charges, minus Q and plus Q, forming electric dipole. So obviously, there will be electric field all around the dipole. There is electric field all around the dipole. Okay. So we have to find potential at point X, means we have to find the electric potential at point X in the electric field produced by the dipole. Okay. But potential is scalar quantity, electric field intensity is vector quantity. As we have discussed, I am writing here dipole moment Q into 2L. Okay. We may take direction of dipole moment from minus Q to plus Q. Okay. Only magnitude is Q into 2L. Okay. Then we have to find the electric potential at point X due to the dipole containing the charges minus Q and plus Q separated by distance 2L. Then potential due to plus Q. Potential due to plus Q. Potential due to plus Q. As we know, potential due to a point charge. Potential due to a point charge. Suppose this is a point charge Q. Potential at a distance R is V. V is equal to KQ by R. We have already found expression for electric potential due to a point charge. So, plus q is a point charge. Okay, plus q. Both plus and minus q, they may be considered as 2 point charges. So electric potential at x due to plus q is given as k, charge is q, divided by distance r. Here distance is from plus q to position x is r minus l. Similarly, potential at x, potential at x, potential at x due to minus q. So I do take it V minus q, V plus q is equal to, this is negative. As we have discussed, potential due to positive charge is positive, potential due to negative charge is negative. So while getting potential due to a point charge, we have to take the sign of the charge, means whether the charge is positive or negative. Accordingly, the potential will become positive or negative. So potential due to positive charge is positive, potential due to negative charge is negative. So here, this is negative and this is k into minus q divided by distance k q by r. Here charge is minus q. Distance from minus q, distance of x from minus q is r plus l. So in place of r, we will write r plus l. Okay. So total potential, resulting potential at x, resulting potential at x, since potential is a scalar quantity, we have already discussed potential due to a system of charges, okay, or superposition principle of electric potential. The resulting potential is sum of potentials due to the charges. This is potential due to plus charge, plus q, and this is potential due to minus q. Okay. Then total potential is, potential due to plus q is k, q divided by r minus l, plus potential due to minus q, this is minus, so minus kq divided by r plus l. Okay. So finally potential is kq by r minus l minus kq by r plus l. Okay. Now we will only solve it. Okay. Just we have to solve the equation. So resulting potential V is equal to kq, bring it common, inside bracket 1 by r minus l minus 1 by r plus l, kq, bring it common, 1 by r minus l minus 1 by r plus l. Then this implies V is equal to kq, LCM, r square minus l square, and this is r plus l minus r minus l. Just add it. Okay. Then V is equal to kq, r square minus l square, this is r plus l minus r plus l, minus l plus l get, sorry, minus r plus r get cancel each other. This is r plus l, this is plus r get cancelled. So potential is k, q into l plus l is 2l divided by r square minus l square. See, magnitude of dipole moment is q into 2l, so we may write potential is k, dipole moment is p divided by r square minus l square. This is expression for electric potential at any point on axis of dipole. Okay. So if we consider an ideal electric dipole for an ideal electric dipole, for an ideal electric dipole. For an ideal electric dipole, two charges plus q and minus q The dipole contains two charges, minus q and plus q. Separation between these charges should be very, very small. Okay. I like to say the students who have not gone through electric dipoles, okay, and electric field intensity due to dipole, which we have discussed in chapter 1 in electric charge and electric field. Go through it. And I have discussed in brief. I have discussed in brief about electric dipole. I think, or I hope, I can expect you will have clarity in your fundamental. Okay. So for an ideal electric dipole, see, two equal and opposite charges separated by a very small distance means 2L is very small as compared to the distance from the center of the dipole where potential is to be calculated. The fundamental thing, distance is always measured from center of dipole. From center of dipole, distance is r. Okay. If this distance 2L is very small as compared to r, means for an ideal electric dipole, the point of observation, distance of point of observation from center of the dipole is considered to be very large as compared to distance between two equal and opposite charges of the dipole, since r is greater than 2L, or we may write r is greater than L. So in this case, L square becomes negligible. Since r is greater than L, so L square becomes negligible as compared to r square. So finally, electric potential is K P by r square, or we may write potential is K 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught into P by r square. Okay. This is our final expression for electric potential at any point on the axis of dipole. Okay. Okay. Can I erase it? See, I am just showing you the comparison, for a point charge. Potential is K Q by R. Potential inversely proportional to inversely proportional to distance from point charge. If this is Q, then this distance is R. So at this point, potential is KQ by R, or potential is inversely proportional to distance from the point charge. For we have also drawn the required graph. This is variation of distance, this is potential, so this is the graph. Okay. For a dipole, this is the case on the axis of dipole. Potential is K P by r square. So we may write here potential inversely proportional to square of distance. So for a dipole, electric potential varies inversely as the square of distance from the center of the dipole. Okay. Electric potential due to a dipole varies inversely as the square of distance from the center of the dipole. From center of the dipole, the distance is r, and V is inversely proportional to square of distance, B inversely proportional to r square. So this is distance, this is potential, then this is our required graph. Okay. Just compare B inversely proportional to r and V inversely proportional to r square. These are the required relation and graphs. Okay. So this is electric potential on the axis of dipole. Is this clear to you? Okay. Repeat the observation. Okay. And write after well understanding about the concept. Okay. Write by yourself and it will be very clear to you. And this is a board level subjective question. Okay, the formula will be applied to solve numericals. Okay. Then we will move to second case. I am erasing all these things. Okay. Now, second case, at any point on the equatorial line, electric potential or potential due to an electric dipole, this is our known relation. Okay, electric potential due to an electric dipole at any point on equatorial line. Okay, see, again let's take an electric dipole, minus q, plus q, this point is A, this point is B. Okay, this is perpendicular bisector, sorry this is perpendicular bisector. Okay, this is center of the dipole. Let distance between two equal and opposite charges of the dipole is 2L. So obviously OA is L and OB is L. This is perpendicular bisector, means this line is perpendicular to axial line of dipole, okay, and passing through center of the dipole. Okay, distance is always measured from the center of the dipole. Any point on the equatorial line, let this point is y. Okay, we have to find potential due to an electric dipole at any point on the equatorial line. This is equatorial line, let any point is y, and distance of y from center of the dipole is r. All the measurements are done from center of the dipole. From center of the dipole to this position y, distance is r. Okay, let's now join from B to Y and from A to Y. Plus Q and this is B. Okay, this angle is 90 degrees, this distance is R. Okay, so obviously these two sides are same. This is right angle triangle. YOB is a right angle triangle. This is base, this is perpendicular, and this is hypotenuse. So this is equals to square root of r square plus l square. Also YOA is a right angle triangle. This is base, OA is base, OY is perpendicular, and AY is hypotenuse. So obviously this is also equals to square root of r square plus l square. Okay, then we have to find potential at y due to the dipole. Potential at y is any point on equatorial line, potential at y due to plus q. As we have discussed, potential due to point charge is k q by r. So potential due to plus q, charge is plus q, distance from plus q to position y is square root of r square plus l square. So this is equals to kq divided by r. In place of r means distance, square root of r square plus l square. Similarly, potential at y due to minus q. So potential due to minus q, k. This is minus q. Distance from minus q to y is square root of r square plus l square. Again distance is same. So k minus q divided by distance, square root of r square plus l square. and resulting potential at y, let be potential due to positive charge plus potential due to negative charge. So this will come negative, this is negative, minus q is taken. So total potential is potential due to plus q, kq divided by square root of r square plus l square plus potential due to minus q. This is minus, so I may take minus kq by square root of r square plus l square. So our result is 0. This is plus, this is minus. So resulting potential is 0 on the equatorial line. So any point on equatorial line is y, r is arbitrary. We have taken distance of y from center of the dipole is r. So potential at any point, whatever the value of r may be, potential at any point due to potential at any point on equatorial line due to a dipole is 0. Okay. Potential at any point on axial line due to a dipole is kp by r square, and any point on equatorial line, potential at any point on equatorial line is 0. Okay. This is very easy. Next, the third case. Okay. Potential due to an electric dipole, third case, at any position. At any position. We have found expression for electric potential. We have found expression for potential due to a dipole at any point on axial line, and then at any point on equatorial line. Now at any position means at any point. The point may not be on the axial line, or the point may not be on the equatorial line. The point is neither on axial line nor on the equatorial line. It's any point. Okay. Let's consider this is an electric dipole, plus q and minus q, 2 point charges. Okay. Separation between them is 2l. This is center of the dipole, O. Okay. This point is A, this point is B. Length of AB is 2l. So obviously length of OA is L and length of OB is also L. This is L, this is also L. Total distance is 2l. So this line which joins the two equal and opposite charges is axial line, and this is perpendicular bisector. Means this is the equatorial line. Okay. Previously we have found electric potential at any point on axial line and electric potential at any point on equatorial line. Now let's consider any point. Let's consider any point, let M. Let's consider any point M where we have to find electric potential. Okay, what we have discussed? Distance is always measured from the center of dipole. Distance is always measured from the center of the dipole. Okay. Distance from O to M. Distance from O to M. Let R. So we may take it vector. R vector. Direction is from O to M, means OM vector is equal to R vector, which is position vector of point M with respect to center O of dipole. Position vector is R, position vector of point M with respect to center of the dipole O. all the measurements are done from center of the dipole. Okay. As we know, direction of dipole moment is from minus q to plus q. This is direction of dipole moment. Minus q to plus q. This is the direction of dipole moment. Okay. Let position vector. This is the direction of dipole moment. Okay, P. This is length here. Direction means angle between, I am writing here, let angle between R and P is theta. Let angle between position vector and dipole moment is theta. This is direction of position vector and this is direction of dipole moment. Let angle between them is theta. This angle is theta. This is direction of dipole moment and this is direction of position vector. Angle between them is theta. Okay. Angle between position vector and dipole moment is theta. Okay. This is theta. I have to erase this portion. R is position vector of point M with respect to center of dipole. I have to erase this so as to complete my diagram. Okay. See, this is position of plus q at point B. Distance from plus q to the point M is Bm, and distance from minus q means distance from A to M. Distance from A to M is A. Distance from minus q to point M is A. Okay. I am writing in complete form. Distance from plus q to M is Bm. Distance from minus q to M is A. Okay. Distance from plus q to position M is Bm and distance from minus q to position M is A. Okay. So, potential due to a point charge. Potential due to a point charge is kq by r. Potential due to point charge is kq by r. So here the dipole contains two charges, plus q and minus q. We may consider minus q is a point charge and also plus q is another point charge. So separately, first let's take potential at point M due to plus q and potential at M due to minus q. Okay. But we don't know what is expression for Bm and what is expression for Am. Okay. Now a single consideration you just see. Suppose these are two straight lines. I am making the angle too small, very small. These are two straight lines. This angle theta is very, very small. Okay, this angle is theta. Okay, this is O, this is A, this is B. And as we see, length of OB is greater than length of OA. If this angle is theta, just draw a perpendicular to this position. Let this point is C. If this angle theta, if theta is very small, if theta is very small, then OA is equal to OC. If theta is very small, then OA is equal to OC. See, if angle is very small, then A and C will come very close to each other. Okay, like this, like this. This is O, this is A, this is C. Okay, they will come very close to each other. So approximately we may take OA is equal to OC. But see, If this is a straight line and this is another straight line, this is O, this is A, this is B. Here theta is larger. If you draw a perpendicular, let this angle is 90 degree. This point is C. This is A. This angle theta is larger. Just draw a perpendicular. This angle is 90 degree. This is C. Then here, OA can never be equals to OC. If angle is very small, then OA is approximately equals to OC. If angle is larger, then OA can never be equals to OC. Okay, OE is much longer than OC. This is our basic consideration. Okay. Angle theta, very small. These are two straight lines. One is longer and other is shorter. Just draw a perpendicular, then OA is equal to OC. If theta is more, then OA is not equals to OC. Okay. As it is observed, as we see from the triangle AMO, AM appears to be longer than OM. We have considered length of OM is R, but length of AM or BM is not known. As we see, AM is longer than OM. Similarly, as we see, OM is longer than BM. So, now let's consider this angle is very small. Why very small? If we consider ideal dipole, two equal and opposite charges in ideal dipole, these two equal and opposite charges are separated by a very small distance, means R is greater than 2L, means 2L is very small. If this happens, then this is point A, this is distance R, and this is the dipole. This is the dipole. This length is 2L. This is minus Q. This is plus Q. This point A, this point B, then this is BN, this is M. This point is B, plus Q, this is minus Q, this is O, OM is R, so this angle is very small. Can you understand using this type of diagram? This is B, this is A. Length between means the AB is very small, the center point is O, this is center point is O. So, if we consider ideal dipole, then distance between two charges, 2L, is very small, and the diagram will be like this. Okay, this is our practical consideration. So, here R is greater than 2L. Okay, if 2L is very small, then this angle is very small. Okay, then produce this line. Let's produce this line. What we have discussed, AM appears to be longer than OM. Just draw a perpendicular. This angle is 90 degree. Similarly, OM is greater than BM. Just draw a perpendicular. This angle is 90 degree. This angle is theta. Let this point is C. This point is B. Okay. Is it clear to you? So, OA is equal to OB is equal to L. Length of OA is L. Length of OB is L. Okay. We have drawn a perpendicular from A to the produced MO. The perpendicular touches at C. We have drawn a perpendicular from B to OM where it touches at D. So now, from the right angle triangle OAC, this angle is also theta. Then this will be OC. OC is L cos theta. I am showing you in a rough. See, this is O, this is A, Draw a perpendicular. This is C. This angle is theta. This angle is theta. Then from this right angle triangle, cos theta is C. OC, OA, theta, this is 90. So cos theta is OC base divided by hypotenuse means OA. Cos theta is base OC. This is theta, this is 90, so this is base, this is perpendicular, and this is hypotenuse. So cos theta is base divided by hypotenuse. So cos theta is equal to OC divided by OA, but OA is L. So OC is L cos theta. Similarly, from the right angle triangle OBD, see. This is O, this is B. Draw a perpendicular. This angle is 90 degree and this is D. Okay, this angle is theta. This angle is theta. Okay, from right angle triangle OBD, see. This is theta. This is 90. So OD is base, OB is hypotenuse. So cos theta is OD divided by OB. Again, cos theta is OD divided by OB is L. So OD is OD by L. So OD is L cos theta. Now, OC is L cos theta. OC is L cos theta. This is L cos theta. OC is L cos theta and also OD is L cos theta. Okay, I am erasing this. Distance from minus Q to M. We have to find potential due to dipole at M. So distance from minus Q to M is AM. Okay. M, which is approximately equals to CM. If this angle is very small, then AM is equal to CM. If this angle is very small, see, AM is equal to CM. So AM is equal to CM. So distance is AM. So AM is equal to CM. CM is equal to, from C to M, AM is equal to CM, okay. So this is equals to CM is equal to, from C to M is equal to OC plus OM. OC plus OM is equal to CM. So AM is equal to OC. OC is L cos theta plus OM is R. So this comes AM is equal to R plus L cos theta. Similarly, distance from minus Q to M. From plus Q to M. Distance from plus Q to M. See, distance from plus Q to M is BM. Okay. Distance from plus Q to M is BM. Also, this is equals to BM is approximately equals to DM. See, if we consider this triangle BDM, again, this angle is considered to be very small. If this angle is considered to be very small, then by drawing a perpendicular from B, then BM will be equals to DM. Okay, BM is equal to DM. So this is equals to OM minus OD. So BM is equal to DM, BM is equal to DM, that's equals to OM minus OD, and BM is equal to OM is R, OD is L cos theta. Then we will solve for potential. Distance from minus Q to M is AM. Distance from plus q to m is bm. We got the distance. Then we will find potential due to these 2 point charges separately. Then we have to add these potentials algebraically to get resulting potential. Since potential is a scalar quantity, resulting potential is algebraic sum of potentials due to the charges. Note it down. Then I will go to expression. Okay, you got it? You got it? Okay. Now potential at m due to plus q. Potential at m due to plus q, again I do use same sign. Potential for plus q is equal to k. Plus q is a point charge, as we have discussed. K charge is positive, kq divided by distance is bm, and this is equals to kq divided by bm. Bm is r minus l cos theta. As we have found it, bm is equal to bm. This is equals to r minus l cos theta. Okay. Then potential at m due to minus q. Potential due to minus q, k into minus q, charge is negative, so potential is negative, k into minus q divided by distance from minus q to m is am, and this comes minus kq divided by am, but am is equal to cm. As we have found the expression, am is equal to cm, since this angle is very small, and cm we got am, then cm we got it r plus l cos theta. We have found it. Okay. Then resulting potential at m. Resulting potential at m is V, potential due to positive charge plus potential due to negative charge. Potential is scalar quantity, so resulting potential at m is algebraic sum of the potential due to the charges. We have discussed it. Potential due to system of charges, we have discussed it in previous lecture. Okay. Then total potential due to positive charge, kq divided by r minus l cos theta, plus potential due to minus q minus kq divided by r plus l cos theta. Then resulting potential kq, bring it common, 1 divided by r minus l cos theta, this is minus, this will be minus 1 divided by r plus l cos theta. Then potential, resulting potential is kq, inside bracket LCM, r square minus l square cos square theta, and here we will get r plus l cos theta minus r minus l cos theta. Okay. And finally potential kq into r plus l cos theta minus r plus l cos theta divided by r square minus l square cos square theta. R get cancelled. R get cancelled. Okay. Will I read it? Then solving it, potential V, kq into L cos theta plus L cos theta is 2L cos theta divided by r square minus L square cos square theta. Then potential is k into q into 2L cos theta divided by r square minus L square cos square theta. Okay. Then potential is final expression, kp, q into 2L is p, q into 2L is dipole moment into cos theta divided by r square minus L square cos square theta. Okay. This is expression for potential at any point due to a dipole. Any point is n. Position vector for any position m is r, which makes an angle theta with dipole moment. Dipole moment is directed along, let this is positive x-axis, and position vector makes an angle theta with dipole moment. Okay. So this is for dipole. If we consider an ideal dipole, I will erase this. For ideal dipole. For ideal dipole, as we have discussed previously many times, position vector, magnitude of position vector is much greater as compared to distance between two equal and opposite charges of the dipole. R is greater than 2L. So here, if R is greater than 2L, then L square cos square theta tends to 0 or negligible. Since L is very small, L square cos square theta is negligible. Okay. So we'll put this V is equal to Kp cos theta. L square cos square theta is negligible divided by R square. This is expression for ideal dipole. Kp cos theta by R square. For ideal dipole at any point, potential is given as Kp cos theta by R square. K is a dipole moment. Theta is angle between position vector and dipole moment. Okay. And K, we may write K is 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught P cos theta divided by R square. This is final expression. Okay. Then previously we have discussed potential due to dipole at any point on axial line and potential due to dipole at any point on equatorial line. Okay. Distance is always measured from the center of the dipole. Okay. Now, if we consider any point on axial line, then this will be direction of position vector. So, for any point on axial line, if the point N is brought to the axial line, then this angle will become 0. Means position vector will be parallel to axial line. If this point M is brought to axial line, if M becomes any point on axial line, then this position vector will go to the axial line and theta will be 0 degree. If theta is 0, then potential at any point, electric potential due to electric dipole at any point on axial line, V is equal to Kp cos 0 divided by R square, and that's equals to Kp by R square. We have got it. Okay. For any point on equatorial line, see this point, if this point M is shifted to equatorial line, see, then position vector will be directed from, if this point is Y, from O to Y. Means if point M is brought onto equatorial line, then see, for axial line theta is 0 degree, for axial line theta is 0 degree. As we have taken for equatorial line, this angle theta will increase from 0 to 90 degree. If M is brought to equatorial line, then theta is 90 degree. Then potential is Kp cos 90 divided by R square, and this is 0. We have got it. Okay, so from general expression for ideal electric dipole at any point, potential at any point due to ideal electric dipole, we can find potential at any point on axial line and potential at any point on equatorial line. Okay, this is all about electric potential or potential due to an electric dipole at any point on axial line, at any point on equatorial line, and also at again any point. Okay, this is the end of lecture 4. Thank you, students. Thank you for your sincere support. Thanks.